Mary Daggett. One of our Twitterers has tweeted on Twitter a request requesting guidance and insights. She's been on a spiritual journey, trying to tap into her abilities, and of course she's made many big changes. I don't know what that is, but we can certainly ask for guidance. So what I'll do is, for this one, we're going to use a tarot reading for you there, Mary, and we'll see what the crack is there. I'll just use these cards here and I'll give them a quick shuffle, and as you shuffle them, I ask for the truth on behalf of Mary Daggett concerning these spiritual development issues, what's going on here. I ask in the name of truth, right conduct, peace, love and non-violence. Blessed be to the crow, the carrier of souls from darkness into light. We just cut the cards and then just move them just over here to the side. I'll deal out 3 cards for you there, Mary, and we'll take it from there. The 3 cards we deal are, it's a bit like a timeline, a bit like Twitter or Facebook or something like that, isn't it? In this one, it's the past, the present and the future. In this particular case, Mary, it's the recent past influence, the present influence and the immediate future influence. That being the recent past and the immediate future are about a moon phase apart, aren't they? About 28 days, about a month, as is often referred to there. So what we'll do, given this situation, this issue you've raised, we're going to take a look at the first card, which is the recent past. This is what's been vibrating in your recent past concerning this situation you've raised. We'll ask for on your behalf. Let's just see. We'll just bring the card over here and we'll just flip it. We'll flip it nice and slowly there, Mary, and then we won't disturb its energy, will we? And we'll just well, would you look at that? The 2 of coins, or as Crowley calls it, the 2 of discs, the Lord of Change, Crowley calls it. But this, the crow's magic landmarks, refers to it as rather a mythical sort of, or sort of cryptic energy, really. Got sort of like a mysterious feel to it, hasn't it? And maybe this is probably the reason why, probably gives a more of an indication into the reason why you've asked the question than actually what's been going on recently concerning it. It's very interesting. The 2 is related to the element of air, isn't it? 1 is fire, so that's related to the south, isn't it? And air is related to the east. 2 and 3, the numbers 2 and 3 are related to the east, or related to air or space, as you could call it, where the sun rises, as you could say. Creative and transmissive powers, and coins is earth, isn't it? So you could say the airy part of earth, or with earth being the physical vehicle, you could call it creative and transmissive powers of the physical vehicle, couldn't you? That's what you could call it. And this sort of lends itself to this sort of change, I suppose, in that Crowley sort of sense. But it's a change that's been going on just recently, with a, like I say, a cryptic sort of mysterious twist to it. And maybe that's what where your abilities come in, or where the spiritual experience you've recently had comes into the equation, I suppose, really. Because tarot is a bit like algebra, isn't it, really, in that sort of sense. 2's company, 3's a crowd, so maybe, of course, you've been liking keeping your own company, or just a company of like-minded people, maybe. This is sort of helped, hasn't it? I want to move on now to the next card, and then we're going to sort of like marry them together, join them together, so see. I suppose you could say this is what is happening now, of course, and it's related to sort of like the effect of what happened then. So this is like what's happening now as the result of the past, and then of course it's the cause of the immediate future. Or does everything just work together, and there's no cause and effect? It's just everything works together. That's one way of looking at it. Let's just flip the card anyway, nice and slow there, nice and steady, not to disturb the energy, and we'll just see reveal its energy there. Notice how you've got the Two of Wands. Is it the Two of Wands? Yes, the Two of Wands. Crowley calls the Two of Wands the Lord of Dominion. And now again another two, notice there. Notice these two cards here are minor arcana energies. So with minor arcana energies you've got power to change it. No, you've always got a choice, even though a major arcana energy might not give you the power to change it, you nevertheless have the power to make choices to deal with that. But in this case you do have power to change things. You've been very enterprising, there's a lot of initiative going on there, a lot of planning going on, a lot of preparation going on. So whatever this is about, certainly, again you can say the airy part of fire this time. You've moved from like the airy part of earth to the airy part of fire, from creative and transmissive powers of the physical vehicle to creative and transmissive powers of spiritual essence. So from the very physical thing, from the manifestation, you've moved on to the very essence of it, the very spiritual essence. Maybe that's where the spiritual side comes in, I don't know, just the word spiritual essence, although that's, I suppose, neither here nor there to some degree, but it bears a bit of a significance there on the grounds of your abilities, where you are being a bit more bold, a bit more outspoken, and probably saying things that probably would be a bit taboo some years ago, or maybe to those members of your family. Nevertheless, you're sort of prepared to say, look, I've got to come out on this, I believe. Just when they think you can tell them that you're a homosexual or something, you end up telling them that it's worse than that. You're a spiritual being like everybody else is, and it's just that you've realised it. And this is where it lends itself to that. But you're being a bit more, maybe in the enterprising sense of the word, I suppose, branching out and probably trying new things, like trying new different tarot decks, or different crystals, or different other means of healing or something like that, runes and things like that. I suppose you could pull some runes out for you, couldn't we, in just a moment? We'll just see what this immediate future has to offer first. We'll just see what the immediate future holds just around the corner in the next month, around the next 28 days or so. Let's just see a major arcana card, the Magician. Now that's very important, that one, in this particular case, because Spirit of Crow there is, no, it isn't the Magician, it's just the Fool. Haha, it's even better. The Fool, actually, that's even better. The Fool, sorry, I haven't got my glasses, I've got these weak, I'll have to put my stronger reading glasses on. Let me just put these other ones on. The Fool, Zero the Fool. That's even better because the Fool is the April Fool, beginning of springtime, and it speaks of, I suppose, the beginning of your springtime, doesn't it? Really, it's Ein Sof, isn't it? That's a bit better. Look, you see a bit better now. Haha. Ein Sof. Ein is absolute zero, and Ein Sof is like 10, 20, 30, 40, 100, 200, 300, 1 million, 2, can be whatever you want it to be. But you can't go any higher than 9. You can't go any higher than 9 normally, but in this particular case, the Fool offers two scenarios. Crow is king in this deck, and offers you two scenarios. One scenario, you can be a wandering spirit. You can wander and just not know where you're going from here. Although you're being more outspoken now, you can end up finding yourself as a wandering spirit, not knowing what to do with your spirituality. Or you can use that time to explore something new. So instead of wandering around like a lost Jew, as the saying is, you end up wandering around, or you end up exploring new avenues. Notice that the eagle is there to help you lock onto your spiritual side, in the sense the eagle represents spirit, doesn't he? In that sense, I suppose, just helping you to listen to your higher self. And that's all you can do, really. In this particular reading there, Mary, it's just a case of all you can do is listen to your higher self to work out what to do. In this particular, it's an exploration, isn't it? Literally that. The mystery has taken place. The cryptic sort of change has taken place, or events that have taken place with that sort of mysterious sort of thing about it has taken place. You've been left in awe, but you've been bold enough, you've had enough enterprise to sort of go forth and work out what it is, and speak with like-minded people to work on it. You're prepared to delve into it deeper. I suppose it's one of those situations where you won't be beaten, but like a video game where you won't be beaten. You won't let the aliens kill you off, so you play again until you win. It's a similar sort of thing where you won't be beaten on this one. You're not going to let this one beat you. Even though you might find yourself wandering a bit confused, nevertheless, you'll use that time to explore. You'll use it positively to explore which path you want. Because there are many paths up the mountain, you know. Many paths up the mountain. It just depends which one you take. Some go straight up and it's easy. The easy way, well, it's the harder, but it's quicker, but it's harder. But the easier way, of course, is around in the spiral, isn't it? Around until you get to the top. But either way, it doesn't matter, all the paths lead up to the top. It just depends which one you want to take. I'm going to pull out some runes here. 3 runes. Let's just focus on the recent past with the two of coins. The Lord of Change, as Crowley calls it. There's sort of cryptic, mysterious energy there. Notice how you've got manners there, the rune of mankind. Whatever this is about, I get a sense it was about compassion and understanding, and just being human, and realising the mystery of being human as well. Linking that card to it there. The mystery of being human. In the sense of, I am not a human being, I am being human. Now that's the true definition of karma. Karma, which is my doing or my action. You are humaning. And that's what it is. You're not a, let's just say, I am not a human being, I am being human. And in that sort of humaning sort of thing that you are doing there, this has led to you right now being rather enterprising in your humanings. And in that humaningness, as you could call it, we pull out another rune there just for the present. And we got Birkana. Notice there, really, it's actually, if you just take a look at that there, you can see the breasts of the goddess, can't you? But when you put it, of course, to each side, it's the letter B. That's where the letter B came from. It's the breasts of the goddess, the birch, who nurtures and protects. And this is really what it is, in the sense of I got a sense of feeling as though you are interested in healing more than anything, interested in nurturing others and healing others and looking after others with whatever powers there are available, and being bold, using a bit of initiative, and being a bit outspoken maybe when need be, but being prepared to enter into the darkness without fear. That's what the crow gives you. And this is what Crow is here now telling you. He will help you. He'll help you to enter in the darkness without fear. Crow is guardian of the place before existence. Now let's see, Mary, what happens with the Fool. We thought it was the magician until he put her glasses on. It's even better than the magician. It's the Fool. It's the new beginning, the April Fool. The beginning of your springtime between now and this time next month, of course, next month, is a very important time for you, because it's a major arcana energy, so it's the major takes the prominence in the sense of the most important part of the situation that you're in now. You haven't got power to change it, but you've got power, you can make choices on how you deal with it. You can either wander or explore. But either way, the canners there, the torch, which is the, when you put a poker into the fire it starts to glow, it comes to light. That's the same sort of thing where Canners speaks of it'll come to light, in the sense of this, realising that you're human and being humane to others, I suppose, as well, during this mysterious time, because when nobody knows, he who knows everything knows nothing, but he who knows nothing knows everything. And it's a bit like some of this like cancer research, when you suddenly give up and you don't feel as though you can go any further. You do silly things like thinking, I wonder if the immune system can do it. And it can, if you separate the immune system and grow it in a dish for a while and train it to literally kill off cancer cells. You can do it, but nobody thought of that before. Yet you'd think that'd be the most obvious, but because the immune system wasn't doing it before, nobody thought of it. But it's this point where you've come to where things are changing. It's a bit of a mystery, and anything sort of went or anything goes as was, to now where you can be bold and say, well, if they can do it, if they don't know, I don't know, nobody knows, I'm as much in it as well off as they are, and thus I can branch out myself and heal. But I do sense that the goddess there is saying you've got to heal. I don't know if you're nurturing a child right now or something, and that's something to do with it, I don't know. But either way, it will come to light, this healing, that you want to use your abilities to heal, so you can, it'll come to light. In my case, I use readings to heal. For readings, divination, you charge a fee. There has to be an exchange. Unwritten law says there has to be an exchange for readings like this. But unwritten law also says you should never charge for healing. It must be done with pure, unconditional love. And of course, I have an issue with that, because if a reading heals, then what gives me the right to charge? It doesn't. And this is when things are done through pure, unconditional love, like you are doing right now, where it will come to light, and whatever you have realised just recently will realise itself even more. It'll be more realised. It'll be realised, if you know what I mean. So I will leave you to realise what's about to come, and your abilities, I'm sure, well, your exploration will bring your path to light, but you must explore. Use the go that you've got in you right now, I suppose, to do that. That's what Odin is sort of saying. But Odin is saying, of course, the crow is saying through the cards to use your go to do that. But Odin is saying, of course, you're a healer, and you're nurturing something now, you're healing something now, even if you're just sitting and listening to somebody pouring out the heart to you. It doesn't make any difference. It's a form of healing either way. But you'll find your path, and you will realise what it is. Just like you realised you have a path, it will then come to light what your path is. You see what I mean? With the goddess in the middle, just nurturing you as you are bold, as you show some initiative, as you show a bit of enterprise in what you want to do. But of course, if you want to do healing for money, then woe betide you, as woe betide all who do it. But that is your choice. Choose wisely, Sister Mary. As of now, for now, these cards and these runes have spoken.